Being a fun game. The big enough crowd that that second half got fun. Obviously, first half was a little bit, maybe a little bit of feeling things out. Right? I thought we executed well in the first half and had some chances to get ahead. You know, we had some shots. We had, I think we had 16 threes that we took in the first half, and a lot of them pretty good looks at the basket. And that was one chance for us to get ahead. And as it turns out, we needed to probably be ahead by 6 or 8 at half. And that's start the second half. Guys were great. And then down 9, you know, to come back, Trey hit back-to-back threes and got it to 3. You know, and got down 9 into the momentum and the crowd, and things really got fun. And a chance there to get beat by double figures, and Trey hits 2 threes. Now we got a game again. So just a lot of parts in that game that were thought the guys did a great job. You know, obviously you guys got a very good team. You know, I was talking to Andy before the game started, and if you don't have the injury, you know, and you win 1 or 2 more of those, I'm telling you guys anything you don't know. You know, you're playing in the NCAA tournament. Like we knew coming in, we're playing against a very good team. Right? So I love what our guys did. That's a fun game.
Ben, you've been through a lot of these games in your career. Like you knocked off North Carolina 10 years ago at your place, and so you understand how to play in these games. So what was your message to your team coming down here and playing in this game today? Just being loose, or how did you approach this with your team?
Yeah, doing the things that we do well, the things that we spend our time on, and have gotten good at over the last kind of 6, 7, 8 weeks. Let's go down and do those things. Right? And go down and do them with, you know, get it going up and down the floor, and do those things with a lot of confidence. And you know, we watched some film, and we walked through some stuff, and we did some of that. But we spent more of the time the last 4 or 5 days scrimmaging against each other and just running our stuff. Because to your question, having been in these games, man, you want your guys playing full throttle, right? And I thought our guys did that tonight. You know, we didn't feel like we had any hesitation. You know, we attacked hard in transition. Again, I thought we executed really well. When things were available, we took shots. So yeah, the message was, you know, I think real consistent with the last, again, 6, 7, 8 weeks. We played really good basketball, and with these guys, like we've got an experienced group. You know, these 2 guys, Huddy for 2 years and Trey for 3 now, and Ty's a 5th-year guy, and a couple of those other guys been around a little bit. So, you know, the way we've been playing, just want them to play downhill and hard and fast, and then I just try to stay out of the way.
Coach Enfield talked about how this game can be one of the toughest mentally for a team through the season. Can you talk about what you guys have gone through going into this tournament, and how you get through that so you're ready to perform on game day?
Yeah, you want one of these guys, or you want me to start?
Let's start with you.
Yeah, you know, for us, we had a hard loss against in our tournament. Like we've been playing great. I mean, the month of February we were terrific, right? and lost a hard one at home. You know, with you know, there was going to be 2 games to go, and if we have just that last possession against Drake, for us, if that goes our way, we're tied for the league title with 2 to go. So we had a little bit of that kind of heartbreak, and we fought through it and won a home game. The next game against UIC, didn't play great at Bradley, but we were raring to go in the quarterfinal game, and it didn't happen for us. So we had some of that coming out of there. The only time I felt it with these guys was the Monday morning after we got selected, and I think that not at all to do with playing in the NIT. Other than that, the guys have been great.
Trey, same question for you, if you don't mind.
I kind of piggyback off what he said. Really just those losses, those late game losses that we've had during the season, they kind of just fuel us for the next day to come into practice and keep working harder. We knew there was a chance of us coming into the NIT, so we all stayed in the gym every single day to prepare for it.
When you prepared for today's game, obviously when you're watching film, most of SMU's film has Boopy Miller in there. So Trey is one of the guards. When you realize that he's not in the lineup, what were you and the rest of the rest of the guards hoping to take advantage of on either end of the floor in his absence?
Just to play our game, really, just the same thing as if he was playing. Just stick to it, stick to what we know, stick to what we work on, and that was just kind of it. We didn't know he was playing until it was game time.
Jacob, you guys got off to such a quick start second half, down one, you go by like 5-6 straight possessions where you score, you hit your first 6 shots. What was going really well offensively for you guys at the beginning?
Yeah, we were playing pretty hard, playing pretty hard inside out, moving the ball well. We were executing a lot of our actions and, just playing hard, playing for each other.
A bunch of teams that have come into Dallas this year have talked about SMU's center, Igutolu. Have you played anyone this year that big, and what kind of challenges did he present for you?
I would say the kid from UC Irvine. He's similar size. He's a pretty good player. Yeah, it's tough, when a guy's that big, when you guys are like banging against each other all game. It's super tough physically, and you gotta go back down on the other end and do the same thing all over again. So yeah, it's tough physically.
Ben, what did you see what did you see real quickly from the run that SMU went on that put them up 59-52? Was it just more of the way they were just scrambling on defense, just creating some turnovers there? Because they got like several points off turnovers to build that lead up there.
Yeah, that was, they really turned it up defensively, and really got after us on some things, made some switches, so turned up the heat and came after us. And a couple of them were, poking it from behind, leaving a guy and running and seeing that they couldn't get a steal. There was a couple of those plays that happened. And then they made some switches under 10 on the shot clock. The big fella switched with, I think it was 7, both possessions. And we had two shots that were not great shots. So between turning up the heat and then making that adjustment and switching a couple times with the big fella, that slowed us down offensively, because we had executed really well up until that stretch. That was one. Oh, the other was they hit some late shot clock shots.
Yeah.
There was, I think there was 3 of them, 2 threes and a 2 that went in as the horn was going off.
Right.
And I don't know if they were part of that 7-8 minutes. I think maybe 2 of them were, and then one of them was after that, when we were still, after we'd cut it from 9 to 3 and whatever it was, but they made one more as the clock hit 0.
Yeah, I think it was Harris hit that 3 from the top.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I think that was the 3rd one of the 3 that I'm remembering. So between them turning up the heat defensively and then switching with the 5, switching with the big fella, late clock, we had the 2 tough shots, and then they made a couple key shots when they had to.
You mentioned that sequence a couple of times where Trey hits back-to-back threes to close the margin from 9 to 3.
Yep.
At that point, I guess for any of you, do you feel like this comeback is about to go all the way to the finish line, or are you still looking at the clock and thinking it's still an uphill battle? I mean, it's close, but you're still down 3.
Yeah. Go ahead, T.
I mean, we obviously know it's getting closer, but we take it one play at a time. We try not to look too far ahead. If we're down 3 or down 10, we still got to take it one possession at a time to get the lead back. So kind of just locking in more, knowing that we have a game on our hands, really, but still taking it play by play.
And these guys, like we're down 19 at we were down 19 at Belmont. Was it 29-10? And we're down 29-10 with 10 minutes into the game at Belmont, and we come back and win by 7. We're down. There was another one in February. There's been 2 or 3 of them where we've been down double figures, and these guys, just keep coming, right? And keep coming and keep coming. So that spot, like you come to our timeouts during when it went up to 9, and then it was that 3. Like, these guys are great. They are, just in terms of knowing it's a 1 possession deal. Like, let's go get, let's get a possession. Let's get back-to-back possessions. Like, that's going to be enough to get us where we need to be. They've been great about that all year.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.